Hello. We are back once again to do the thing and the stuff and all of the stuff. Oh, how am I doing? I'm doing all right there, Jordan. Hope you're doing well as well. Let me turn on some lights, actually. I am very tired, so I don't know how long I'm gonna stream for. I want to try. Let's see, what is today anyway? It is the 17th. The 17th. Ideally, I'd like to have the base color done by the end of the month. We'll see about that. I think I can. I've been a little bit slow lately, but. Okay. So, let me go up, let me grab some color here. So what we need to do here, and basically what we're going to do is then go to flats, deselect all that. I need to actually do it this way. Do that. And then on panels, that, and then go back to color, there we go. Can't do that. Oops. Okay. And then that should be able to take you and then you. Flat. Oh, whoops. There we go. That's better. Okay. There we go. Okay. This page should be relatively quick. It's a very simple page. I do need to do the ship. I'm gonna do it this way. Should be able to just select all this and then do this. Do I have a different? I don't have a different color for that. Okay. And I should be able to just do this. There we go. Does that have a different color? I think that has a yeah, that has a different color. This one I think has what I need. Yes. Right. Always takes so doggone long, man. Where's this scan? There it is. Dang it. Whatever. I'll just do this. I'm not gonna worry about that for now. That's fine. I need an actual image of her. We'll do. We're just gonna do this one by hand. That way I don't have to worry about the hair. this. There we go. That's line work. That. And then over here. There we go. And let's go ahead. Yeah, we'll do it this way. I think for the most part I can get away with this. Oh, it is a nuke. Howdy do. Hope you do be good. That was Mission Impossible. I caught a little bit of it. It looked nice and jank. Top quality jank, nice. Gotta love games like that. Yeah, it's kind of funny when you were playing that game. It reminded me of one that me and my brothers were playing for fun. The the X-Files PS1 game, which started out like actually kind of decent. Like it was a kind of a Resident Evil style, zombies and everything, but then just kind of devolved as the game went on to just total bold design. Yeah. We got to the last boss and it was just like, it's the stupidest thing. So we never ended up beating it. I don't know, maybe my brother went back and tortured himself a little bit more, I don't know, but... Kind of a shame though, because it actually was like an alright game. It's kind of funny because like boss fights back in the day used to be either like the coolest thing ever or the just most infuriating experience of your life every time. There was like no in between. Oops. Actually, we don't need the lid. We're going to need his skin tone, though. Okay, so... I'll make it a little bit green. I actually should change the color up since now it's clear. There we go. Work. Oh, that'll work. That. Actually, that way. We're gonna. Let me push it that way. Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. I just realized this hat is not the right color. Music's apparently having some trouble. Hmm. Oh, that needs to go away. Let's... Now I gotta correct the, I was very sloppy with my line work around this time. Oh, I forgot to do the yeah. That's interesting. I don't know what's going on there. There am I? I am. Oh, I need blemishes. 12 blemishes. Okay. I need to do the... be able to get... Oh, come on. Do I... That's a different color too? It's not. There it is. I need to do that and that. That's the wrong color. All right. That's the wrong color. That's the right color. There we go. Very particular. Excuse me. Oh, jeez. Wow. Oh, all of that. That, and then that we can do. That we can do. That we can do. And that, then that. Okay. Oops. Oh, come on. Okay, hold on. Is that the right? I guess that is. Alright. And of course I missed that. Sorry, yeah, that we can do. Okay. And then that. So, yeah, I won't worry about that. Okay, technically the pants are the same material, but I need this. The lighter one goes here. Her sash. Actually, it doesn't show up there. Where's one with her sash? I know. This one. That's the wrong color. Oh, I'm on the overlay. Where is this background? We want color. There you are. And then belt. Yeah. That, don't worry about that. Go ahead and clean that up. the way we're gonna do this is, okay, I need to go. And I selected the wrong color. Alright. And with that. I might just get only 2 pages done today. I'm very tired. Okay. Oh. I gotta. This is gonna be a lot of work. How do I want to do this? I guess I can. There we go. Ah. That's the. Yeah, here we are. Here we go. That's good now. Hello, guilty. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you popping by. Yeah, okay. Am I feeling more energetic this week? Nope. Hopefully as the week goes on, maybe. I have been back on taking supplements and stuff like that, so I do think that that's been really helping. But today I've just been tired. So yeah, it's kind of how Mondays go. That's why I like having the day off, honestly. Work on other things. But unfortunately, it means that my day off isn't as productive as I would hope it would be most of the time. So, you know, one of those things. The heck? Alright, that's another page done. So many to do, man. And I haven't even gone for an hour. I am exhausted today. Alright, let's at least do one more. This one is gonna be a lot. This is gonna be... Oh, son of a gun. You know what? I'm actually going to skip this page for one specific reason. I still haven't put the little thing there. I need to do that. I'm going to skip this page. I'm going to come back to it. I'm going to do this page next. Kind of figuring her hair out. Alright. Okay. Just close that. That's not the race. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Okay, so we're going to actually select pretty much all of this, and then look around it. Then we can just this. This I actually do want to be the sash. we go. Oh, please don't tell me. Okay, good. I don't know what color that rope is going to be, come to think of it. Think about that. Grab that. We're just going to do it this way. How am I going to do the hand? Probably something like this. Actually, I do like how this panel came out. How's Moving Castle? How's Moving Castle? The castle's a good one. Not my favorite, but it's still it's a good one. There's a lot of little things they did in that movie that was really cool. Things you don't really notice the first time around. Makes it enjoyable on a second watch for sure. Okay. What's interesting is I think that movie, because of course the castle itself, is kind of a you know, it's not like it's animated by hand, right? When it moves, there's a very unique kind of look to it. I want to say I've heard that was like the first use of like digital motion tools in a Ghibli film. It's like a really early version of something like After Effects or something like that. So kind of neat. Actually. There we go. But I wonder if they had hand drawn it, that wouldn't have been as interesting to look at. It would have been a friggin' nightmare to animate, that's for sure. Like obviously the like the little assets, right? The cast is made up of a bunch of drawings. So it still had like a kind of hand drawn quality to it. It's just that, you know, the motion was done with kind of digital tools or like compositing methods. I think it's a really unique look, honestly. I think it actually works pretty well. I need... Where's this? There we go. There we go. That. Okay, harpoon. What color is the harpoon? This color. And there are blemishes on it. I draw those blemishes somewhere. Okay. There. Like the fact that the movement is done with the computer makes it look special or something. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of gives it this otherworldly quality. Yeah, it's kind of neat. I think that is something that, like, actually, I was going to say doesn't get utilized enough, but it actually does. You see it surprisingly often, it's just no one really talks about it. But the use of medium within the kind of character of a story, right? And of course, like the really obvious one to point to is like the Spider-Verse and all the like little comic things that they throw in and stuff like that for the stylization and whatnot. But it's not even necessarily stylization I'm talking about. It's more like one that I really saw it a lot in is if you watch like Mob Psycho. when Mob's fighting, when he's like in like the crazy mode or whatever, you know, they're putting a lot of energy into those scenes. And so they actually, it looks like they elected to keep it very like pencil, like almost like charcoal drawing a lot of times. And it gives it just tons of energy, a lot going on and stuff like that. And it's not a style thing necessarily in the way of like, oh, it's reminiscent of comic books or it's reminiscent of video games or anything like that. It's just that's the look they wanted to give. That's the effect to make it look crazy and just all this energy and blah blah blah, you know. So um that's something to kind of keep in mind, I think, for what's this rope gun colored? Let me mess around. Probably the red, I guess. That's annoying. When you're kind of exploring a medium, is don't necessarily like neglect the, you know, you can call them flaws, you can call them whatever, but the attributes of that medium and what it can do to like tell the story in and of itself. Grab that. Yeah, I'll go with that. Looks alright. Oops. I think people get kind of caught up in numbers games when it comes to like art, which is really funny when you think about it, but like the go-to is like, oh, more frames equals better, right? Heck, even Richard Williams, brilliant animator, but I actually think he got caught up in that as well, where he had to do everything on ones. And I actually, like, I'm gonna be honest, I think his work, not only did the production suffer for it because it took so doggone long to do, but I actually don't like the look of it a lot of times. Like sometimes it looks cool, like the intro to like Pink Panther and stuff like that. Like that looks fine, like the way it's done and whatnot. But Thief and the Cobbler, like I don't care for the look of that film because it like at no point does it slow down. There's no contrast to it. It's just like you did it because you had to do it all on ones. You know, you decided you had to do that. Know what I'm talking about? That's good. Mob's good. Mob Psycho's really good, actually. I really enjoyed it. It actually had a consistent story, unlike One Punch. Just a really solid story overall. I like the fact that it like doesn't get caught up in the shonen-y or parts, you know? At the end of the day, it's just kind of telling a neat story about this kid growing up. I like that. I probably shouldn't do that. Teeth, so we're not gonna worry about that. Let's do this. That sounds cool. Who is this? Let's see. I'll have to... I'll have to take a look at who this is. Who is this? Ajax. Cupcakes. I'll write this one down. Why not? But yeah, that's actually something I wish I saw more of, was like I like seeing when a medium isn't afraid to kind of be itself, you know? And I've talked about it a little bit. There was a really good video on it. Gosh dang it, now I wish I could remember actually what the video was called, because I would actually recommend it. But essentially the guy was going into like the fact that so many things in 3D animation are trying to be not 3D. And yeah, I totally agree with him that, you know, that's, I don't know if a mistake is the right word, but like, it's naive, I guess, would be a better one. Because it's like, I don't know, you shouldn't be afraid to be a 3D animated movie. There's a lot you can do with 3D. You don't have to make a Pixar movie or a DreamWorks movie that's still distinctly 3D. Oh, okay. Ajax is a cool name. It is a cool name. Helps me clean my sink too. Man, she is straight up pale here. That's really funny. But that was intentional because she's like putting the sand over her skin. Oh, is it the name of a country or a city or something? Yeah, probably. I just remember the character from Age of Mythology. One of the heroes that you can get. As the Greeks. There we go. Jeez. Coolest character in Age of Mythology. Yeah. No, I need to play those campaigns, honestly. I'll need to get the remake at some point. I know it's on sale right now, but it's still maybe a little, oops, outside my price range. Okay, we go from here. Okay, yeah, that's inside there. Really? Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, the voice acting was great. That's crazy. Huh. Do they have, like, new voices? Did they have to, like, re-record things or something? Because they probably just couldn't get, like, people back on board with it or something. They changed a lot. Yeah. I've noticed that they have changed a lot. Seemed like an alright remake all around though still. Oh, son of a gun. One second. Gonna have to fix that. Hold on. I don't know how that happened. It's been a while. I asked them to come back as people are upset. Jeez. I mean, if you're gonna remake it, you know, you gotta at least, like, I can understand if they couldn't get the cast for whatever, you know, they were busy or they just don't want to redo the project or whatever. But, like, if you're gonna remake the game, you gotta at least try, right? You gotta reach out, give it a shot, you know. It'd be this color. Okay. Okay, hold on. I can do better than that. Is that? That makes sense. That doesn't make sense. Yeah. I mean, again, it's just if you're remaking it, you know, then I say you got to try to stay true to the original experience. Because otherwise, then what's the point? Just make a new game. I wouldn't be opposed to a new like an Age of Mythology 2. Like that'd be cool, but that's not what you made. What the? Hold on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Like that. Honestly, an Age of Mythology 2 would be really cool. Down. Age of Empires 4 was alright. Played it a little bit. It was kind of fun. Had some neat ideas. Kind of a return to form in a lot of ways. Yeah, I feel like there was something else. What was it? They changed the voice. I think it was Oblivion, actually. A lot of the original lines, oh, that one's a little different because there were a lot of the original lines, but then there were like other ones. That's all good. There were a number of lines like added, and the voice acting was like Oblivion doesn't have great voice acting, but like it still has a lot of character, and like some of those like guard lines and stuff like that. I mean, they sent it, right? Like you could tell like they were acting at least, right? But some of the new lines, it's like, what in the world? Feel very strongly about this. That reminds me of a funny song I came across by I think his name's Roach Farmer, and it's like, well, I can't remember the name of these. The name of the song was like "These People Aren't Human" or something like that, and it was he was singing about how the new Avatar movie was terrible, and anyone who likes it isn't a real can't be an actual human being. They must be an alien or something like that. And in the description, he's like, "As you can tell, this is a subject I feel very strongly about." Yeah, no, Roach Farmer's great. He also did the song Car Wash Cats, where he's basically telling you to go like there's a bunch of stray cats at the car wash, so you could go just like get a cat if you wanted to. Man, this song's reminding me. I need to play the F-Zero game, like F-Zero GX. Oops. Wrong color. Or even F-Zero X. I'd like to get F-Zero X at some point. I don't know what that one goes for. I'm curious. A second. What the... Oh. Okay, whatever. Apparently I looked up Immortal on the NES. $17. Wow! Immortal is $17 on the NES? Wow! $24 on the Genesis? Holy crap, what happened? Complete in box, $52? Wow! That's crazy. That's a really cool game. Hard as nails, but that's a really cool game. Immortal. F-Zero. F-Zero X. N64. 27.28. Okay, not the worst. Not the best, but not the worst. PAL's $13. Japan's 15, so about $30 for the American release. That's, of course, it spiked in 2021. That's kind of on the decline, though. That's good. Means it'll be more affordable. That's cool. Immortal. Yeah, Immortal. Let me see. Let me show you let me just show you the cover. Because the cover is like one of the most just awesome covers ever. Copy image. New from clipboard. Yeah, this is the cover to Immortal, right? It's friggin' awesome. And there's Nuke. He knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, apparently this game's like $17 on NES and like 26 loose on Genesis for American regions, NTSC. But yeah, no, like, and like, this sets the tone, right? This game is like this. Like the writing is really like that cool dark fantasy style and stuff like that. I mean, it feels like a game like someone would put out on like itch.io nowadays, right? Like, as a kind of throwback. That's a nice cover. Yeah, no, it's a really cool game. Like I said, hard as nails though. It's one of those you gotta like memorize everything to beat it kind of games. Which is a little bit unfortunate because like it would be a cool one to, like play through. Because there's like cool ideas kind of sprinkled throughout it narratively. But yeah. Good old NES hard. I gotta do the mask as well. Mega Drive has that. Yeah, let me let me grab the Mega Drive one. So we've seen the NES cover, which has like kind of this cool like subtle like that's unique, kind of fascinating. And then you have the Mega Drive, and it is just like yeah, I drink Mountain Dew and like play Mortal Kombat. Kind of like this is the gamer cover. They just went full 90s. Like, yeah. I mean, it's kind of a cool cover in and of itself. It's kind of got that like over the top like skeleton fangs, glowing eyes, lightning, got that over the top kind of quality to it. All right, let me grab the mask here, and we need to yeah, there we go, that's better. Okay, I need the tip of the spear here. Where is it? This will do. Yeah, he has a bronze harpoon. Which I imagine a bronze harpoon would work. How does bronze react to salt water, actually? I'm curious now. Because oxidization, I mean, it does oxidize. Oxidization. Bronze disease are irreversible, nearly inexorable corrosion processes occurs when chlorides come into contact with bronze or other copper. Chlorides. Bronze in ocean. Well, let's bronze effectiveness in ocean water. But bronze's ability to resist oxidization and galvanic corrosion makes it an excellent choice for marine applications. So a bronze harpoon, as far as oxidization and all that goes, would actually be all right. Because it forms a protective patina, so everything would be green. Your bronze spear, your bronze harpoon would be green, but yeah. I mean, I don't know how effective bronze would be against like a whale. I don't know if it would just like snap. Bronze is strong, but it's strong in a different way to iron. It can't be forged. It's not as pliable. Made a good choice of weapon for my character. I mean, he's not on an ocean, so it's not like it really matters. But yeah, I mean, it's effective for him. It does what he needs it to do. It needs to pierce carapaces of the worms he hunts. Which are actually kind of like a wood. Kind of like a fleshy wood. Like a root, almost. Truth be told, like a normal human probably couldn't like do what he does. Cause oh shoot, I need to actually decide on colors. Ah, frick. Oh gosh. Yeah, strictly it's a desert. Or around where he is, you know. Or is it? Da 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 da. All right. Gosh dang it. Okay, so I know vaguely what the colors need to be. Maybe water in the past somehow. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? I'm actually gonna do it this way. I'm gonna do the colors on this guy first, like this. Okay. So it's elaborate, it's colorful, it's very... I actually forgot to do those lines. That's annoying. Oh, that's interesting. I forgot to do it all around. Okay, so this is just his skin. All right. Now I need to decide what skin tone does this guy have. They both have the same skin tone, probably. I'm gonna go darker. Just give him... even like a kind of like a... could go with something like that. Almost want to go more like a kind of like a steel color. But we can... let me think here. Close. Get a little. I just realized that's not... whatever. I'll have to figure out what color I want to make the feathers. They might be dyed with blood, come to think of it. That would actually make sense for this character. As edgy as that is. Let's do that. Let's kind of go with like a faded like red on feathers. It's probably like ox blood or something like that, or something. Probably go a little bit brighter on that. And their name is Bloodletter. He's half angel, half demon. No. But hey, if you're gonna make something red, that's what the feathers are. The feathers are red. I know that. Let's go with that. Okay, so the mask itself is gonna be like kind of a pale white. Excuse me. Let's do that. His will be like a darker, like black. And I'm actually gonna lighten this with the collar thing, the kind of necklace, copper. That looks more like bronze. I want it to be kind of bright. To kind of illustrate. Okay. Is that good? That'll do. All right. That's the wrong color. I forgot to do that as well. Let me think. That'll be white. The lower segment will be... What color should that be? Maybe like a gray? Reddish gray, maybe? I want there to be like some good contrast. Try that. I want it to be a bit bright, you know? Maybe a little brighter. Because I want it to look like almost regal. I want them to look like they're like rulers, you know, they're like almost like kings. Diamonds will do kind of like a green. Not quite that color. Let's try back. I mean, yeah. They're gonna go kill someone. They have decided. You know, there's a reason why they're called judges. They are going to judge. Yellow. I like it. Nah, hold on. I think I was on the right track with the green. Yeah, lots of color. Give lots of color to it. Because they are important. For the tails, let's give more color to this. And over this way. Oops. Perfect. Look at that. I might have to rethink this. Oh, let's actually go darker. Less saturated. Maybe, I don't know. Actually thinking we'll go even darker here. Nah. Let's actually go properly like gray, lower segment. So gray is interesting because gray will actually kind of change temperature depending on, I go solid gray, depending on the surrounding context of the colors. So in this case, there's a lot of warm colors, so it looks a little bit cooler. Not sure if I want a cool gray. Kind of do. Let's try that. I'm not crazy about the screen. Let's do orange. Yeah. I really should have figured this out. I like the upper part. I like what's going on with the upper part. I'm not crazy with the lower part. Maybe, okay, hold on. Maybe like that. And then... Okay, I think we're almost there. Let's think... Start with green. Actually, you know what? No. Red. That is almost exactly the right sound for that. I don't know. Yeah, same. Maybe I go to green. Part of me wants to do like multicolor, but that would be so annoying. A lighter blue, maybe. Maybe. I'm sort of trying to avoid blue, but I don't think it would be a bad idea to add a little bit of contrast in. I think I can get away with it. The reason I'm trying to avoid blue is that the colors actually do matter. There's a reason why he's wearing white and red. And there's a reason why the other character is going to be wearing blue and black. Color actually plays a really significant part in the story. Nah. Blech. Nah. Let's try the blue. Let's try. Okay. We go more like over here. A little lighter. It gives it a bit of color. I do like that. Hold on. Go here, go this way. More. Yeah, that's an ugly color. No. Let's go lighter. Nah, not lighter. I also want to do an internal color here. That will be red. You know, I might go a little bit brighter with the red. And then here. Actually, you know, hold on. We're actually going to go more like that. Yeah. I'm still not crazy about that blue. I'll think about that. I don't have to nail the colors exactly. I kind of want to workshop it a little bit. Yeah. Let me color the gun in here. Figure out what that's going to look like. Actually, I wanted to have some ballooning on it. That'll be like black. That'll be... This we can do like more like a dark gunmetal. The bolt will be kind of shiny. I actually... Something like that. Well, no, I think the blue... That's a good suggestion. I was thinking about it as well. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure of the color scheme, honestly, just in general. I like the accent of the really strong red. I think that makes it look really intimidating. And really kind of drives that color scheme home. Um, yeah, I might have to take a step back and work on this a little bit. Okay. This, though, the bolt will need to be... Let's see what's... Let's make it slightly shinier. And the trigger is trigger guard rather is copper, because this is literally just a receiver. Everything, like just the receiver and the bolt mechanism and all that kind of stuff is like original basically, and the barrel. Everything else is kind of tacked on. This is like wood. What's that? If I'm doing the lines in the yeah, it needs to be multicolored. Yeah, and I do like the idea of it being multicolored, because like that means like important, right? Like that's like expensive, that's elaborate. Yeah, I'll have to think about the color scheme I want to do though. These are gonna be copper, little chime things that he has. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm not gonna do that. That's gonna be like brass, so it'll be the same color. And you know, you would think that he would take the casing, but in actuality, they don't have gunpowder. Like this, like keep in mind, like this is still all like Bronze Age, right? Everything you've seen up to this point is like Bronze Age technology. So they don't have gunpowder. He just happens to have bullets. Same with the gun. He just happens to have a gun. The question is, oh, how did he get that? That's weird. Literally no one has anything like that. Thought it was a flute. Nah, flutes usually don't end people's lives. Like I said, they have one goal in mind. Let me put in the desert color, because that's kind of driving me crazy now. Actually. Let's go more. Brighten it up. How about... Well, let's try... Green... Throw in a red. That's okay. Hold on. Let me think. I'm trying to think of what I'm seeing. Problem is, I haven't seen these guys in color, like, as in, like, mentally. Like, I haven't really thought about the colors, and I'm having a hard time thinking of them. Oh, wait. Tell you what, I'm gonna wrap. I'll have to come back to them. I'm gonna wrap the other color and then I'll kind of call it a night. I really should have decided this a long time ago. It's crazy to think how long ago I designed this character. It was like 2 years ago that I designed these characters. That's the wrong color, didn't it? There we go. That's better. Okay, that looks better. Dang it. I might need to... every time. It worked surprisingly well. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, I didn't do the blemishes. That's not going to be right. Where is it? There we go. Actually, I should do the eyes as well. actually need to remember what his quote-unquote blood is. Well, what color it is. Anyway, that's not necessary, but whatever. Oh, I forgot to do the tip of the... tip of the speed. Yeah. I did pants first. That's not good. Okay, I know he gets cut, like, and he kind of bleeds, so. Where is it? There it is, color. Go darker and more blue. All right, let's finish her up. And him one more time. All right. That's shorts. Those are shorts. Aren't here. My goodness. Yeah, that's... Yeah, okay. I need to make sure that's the right color. Oh, shoot. That's not right. Let's do the... That's the wrong color. Do that, and then grab this, and... Okay, I'll have to finish this page up later. There's a couple other things I need to do, like the braille on the thing. Okay. That being said, I'm real tired. We at least got a couple pages done, more or less. Things are going slow, but it's just kind of how it's gonna go. Yeah, so I'll be back on Thursday. Doing more of the same. So, do appreciate everyone who stopped by. Very much appreciate that. Yeah, back at the usual time on Thursday, and hopefully next Monday I'll be able to like start a little earlier. I had some other things I really needed to get done. I've got to get just stuff out of the way, so working on that. But yeah, until next time, have a good one. I'll catch you later.